I really think that Design for America at MIT fills a unique niche by giving students the chance to take what they're learning in their courses and apply it and use it to create positive change in the local community. And our goal really is to integrate design into solutions for problems ranging anywhere from energy conservation to technical literacy. And for our application project, we identified several key issues where we felt like design thinking could make a large impact, and ultimately decided to tackle the issue of homelessness in the Boston and Cambridge community.
When I visited Harvard Square Homeless Shelter, I actually went out with their street team and helped reserve beds for some people who were unsure as to whether they would have a place to stay or not for that night. And the whole process is definitely crucial to the community, so it keeps people out of the cold, it keeps people safe overnight, but at the same time there was definite room for improvement in the whole process. So the phone system, which they're using right now, really does take a lot of time out of both the people who are working at the shelter and the people who are working on street team. And throughout the whole process, there's really a lot of uncertainty for the person who wants to reserve a bed as to whether they're going to get one or not. So we as a team really felt that this was a place where we could make a difference in terms of making sure that the shelter was working most efficiently so that it could benefit the community.
Hi, I'm David Tinquan. I'm one of the administrative directors here at the Harvard Square Homeless Shelter, where we serve about 29 guests each night and 300 guests throughout the course of the year. We usually have about 20 to 25 callers every night for emergency beds, which are one-night beds, and we only have usually about 5 to 10 of those available. We have a lot of need for emergency bed services, and since we're over capacity, we often have to refer people to other shelters. Unfortunately, this can be a time-consuming process when people are outside in the cold, not sure where they're going to stay for the next night. And so it's very helpful to have a website that would compile the different information from shelters in order to find out quickly which places have beds for guests and where we can refer guests quickly.
In order to make the process of reserving a bed at a homeless shelter a bit more efficient, we actually created a web app which could be used by shelter volunteers or by street team members in order to make those reservations. So you can see we have a list of some of the nearby homeless shelters, as well as a corresponding list of the number of beds which are still available at each of those shelters for anyone to see. Then, if you're a shelter and you want to add yourself to the system, all you have to do is sign in with an email address which is affiliated with that shelter and say, add a shelter. So for example, if we were to represent the Kingston House, you have to give information about your total occupancy, so maybe there's 30 beds available at the Kingston House, as well as a current estimate for how many you still have available for tonight. So maybe there's 10 beds available for tonight. And as soon as you say add shelter, you can see that the shelter is added to the system along with the estimate for the number of beds remaining. After that, let's say you're a street team member and you want to make a reservation for someone at, say, the Harvard Square Homeless Shelter. So all you have to do is select that shelter, input the information of the person you are making a reservation for, and say reserve a bed. And you can see that the number of beds remaining actually decreased from 1, which it was previously, to 0.
Our project has the potential to influence a large community of homeless people. We want to expand our website service to not only include the Harvard Square Homeless Shelter, but also other local shelters in the area, so that information about bed availability will be more easily accessible by all. Ultimately, we want to create an app so that outreach teams can access our website while out on shift. We definitely plan on continuing this project through this month.